In the grand tapestry of life on Earth, few creations are as emblematic of human ambition as the bridge. These structures, born from a fundamental need to connect, to overcome the impassable, are monuments to our ingenuity and our unyielding desire to master the landscapes we inhabit. They are our lifelines, spanning chasms, taming wild rivers, and linking communities that would otherwise remain worlds apart. Each one tells a story of challenge, of physics defied, and of a relentless drive to move forward. But what happens when that drive pushes us to the very edge of what is possible, to the limits of safety and sanity? We journey now to the precipices of our world, where the very act of crossing becomes a test of will. Here, the elements are unforgiving, the heights are dizzying, and the structures themselves seem to whisper warnings to all who dare to tread upon them. These are not mere pathways, they are trials. They are engineering marvels that through age, design, or sheer audacity have earned a reputation for danger. To traverse them is to confront a primal fear, a deep-seated instinct that screams of the void below and the fragility of our own existence. This is a world where gravity is a constant, menacing presence, and where a single misstep can have the ultimate consequence. From crumbling planks barely clinging to life over a raging torrent, to modern glass floors suspended above the clouds, these are the most dangerous bridges ever built. We will explore the stories behind these incredible, terrifying structures and ask ourselves what it truly means to place our trust and our lives in the hands of those who built them. Our journey begins high in the French Alps, a realm of rock ice where the air is thin. The world below seems a distant memory. Here, at an altitude of over 12,000 feet, human engineering meets the sublime, terrifying beauty of nature. The Aiguille du Midi, the needle of midday, pierces the sky. Connecting two of its spires is a bridge, less a crossing and more an act of faith. It is short, unassuming in length. Its location makes it one of the most psychologically challenging walkways on the planet. Each step is taken above a chasm plummeting to the glaciers below. The cold gnaws at exposed skin, wind whips, and wants to pry you from your footing. The bridge is a modern marvel of steel-reinforced glass, designed to withstand the harshest mountain conditions. Still, no engineering can quiet the primal fear as you look down through the transparent floor into the abyss. It offers a truly breathtaking panoramic vista of the Mont Blanc Massif, a view that has humbled mountaineers for centuries. But this view comes at a price. It demands a confrontation with vertigo, an instinctual reckoning with the vertical world. Perched above the French Alps, this walkway connects two rocky peaks and stands as a vertigo-inducing reminder that one wrong step can cost you everything. We descend from the frozen peaks to the lush, humid waterways of Vietnam's Mekong Delta. Here, life is dictated by the rhythm of the river, and for centuries local communities have devised an ingenious, precarious solution for crossing tributaries. These are the Cow Quay, or monkey bridges. Their name is a clue to the agility required to traverse them. There is no advanced engineering here, no steel or concrete, only raw materials from the surrounding landscape. A single large bamboo pole serves as the footpath, often worn smooth and slippery from countless feet and humidity. Another smaller pole sits at waist height, a fragile handrail, more psychological comfort than real security. To cross is a delicate dance, a test of balance mastered from childhood. They move with practiced ease, carrying goods, leading livestock, their bodies perfectly attuned to the subtle sway and give of the bamboo. For an outsider, however, the experience is profoundly different. Each step is a conscious, calculated effort. The pole flexes under your weight, the handrail feels impossibly slender, and the murky water waits patiently below. There are no railings, no nets, only the traveler's courage and generations of local skill that have proven these simple structures just enough. They are a beautiful testament to human adaptability, but a terrifying challenge for anyone unaccustomed to their demands. We travel now to the remote and rugged valleys of northern Pakistan, a landscape carved by powerful glacial rivers. Spanning the turbulent waters of Borat Lake in the Hunza region is a structure that has become legendary for its perilous nature, the Hussaini Hanging Bridge. This is not a bridge you cross, it is a bridge you survive. It is a raw and visceral experience, a structure that seems to be in a constant state of decay and rebirth, a true patchwork of necessity. The bridge is composed of simple wooden planks, many of them warped and weathered, lashed together with rope. The gaps between the planks are unnervingly wide, offering a terrifyingly clear view of the churning, silt-laden water rushing by just feet below. As you step onto it, the entire structure sways and lurches with a life of its own, responding not only to your movement, but to the powerful winds that funnel through the valley. It feels less like a bridge and more like a collection of driftwood, loosely bound and barely clinging to existence. What makes the Hussaini Bridge even more daunting is the tattered remains of its predecessor hanging nearby, a ghostly and constant reminder of the forces this crossing must endure. It has been torn apart by floods and rebuilt repeatedly by the local community, for whom it remains a vital, if terrifying, link. It is celebrated, almost infamous, as one of the planet's most perilous crossings, a monument not to permanence, but to the sheer, stubborn resilience of the people who depend on it. Mikshomichiu 7. Royal Gorge Bridge, USA. The Gaping Maw. Our journey takes us to Colorado, to a marvel of engineering that for decades held the title of the world's highest suspension bridge. The Royal Gorge Bridge is a colossal structure stretching 1,260 feet across a sheer-walled canyon carved by the Arkansas River. Suspended 955 feet above the water, its scale is hard to comprehend. To stand at its edge is to feel a profound sense of exposure, a dizzying awareness of the immense, empty space that yawns beneath your feet. Built in 1929, a feat of daring construction completed in just 6 months as a tourist attraction. It was not designed as a critical transport link, but as a place to experience the sublime and terrifying grandeur of the gorge itself. The wooden plank roadway, close up though now reinforced, it still creaks and groans under the weight of vehicles, under the weight of pedestrians, each sound echoing the bridge's long history. The wind rushes up from the canyon floor, a constant physical presence that adds to the feeling of being suspended in mid-air. Walking its length, the world seems to fall away on either side. The river below appears as a tiny silver ribbon. The canyon walls plunge vertically into the depths. It wows with sweeping, panoramic views, and it delivers a stomach-dropping sense of vulnerability. While modern bridges have since surpassed it in height, the Royal Gorge remains a classic, a raw and powerful testament to the human fascination with heights, the thrill of standing on the edge of the void. 6. Siduhe Bridge, China, the path through the clouds. We now leap forward into the 21st century to the mountainous Hubei province of China, a landscape so vast and challenging it requires engineering on an almost unimaginable scale. Here, the Siduhe Bridge soars across a 1,600-foot deep valley, a ribbon of concrete steel that seems to defy gravity itself. When it opened in 2009, it was the highest bridge in the world. An icon of China's rapid infrastructural development, a testament to modern engineering's ability to conquer any terrain. Its height is so extreme it often carves through the clouds. To drive across it is to enter an ethereal world, the ground completely obscured by a sea of white mist, creating the disorienting sensation of flying. The support towers are the height of skyscrapers, monumental pillars anchoring the structure to the earth. Yet from the bridge deck, they seem to vanish into the abyss below. The sheer drop is a constant, silent passenger on any journey across its length. This is a different kind of danger from the rickety, handmade bridges we have seen. Not a danger of decay, but of scale. the Siduhi Bridge turns a routine crossing into a feat of nerve, a psychological challenge posed by its magnificent, terrifying height. A modern engineering marvel, a symbol of progress, and a reminder of how small we are when suspended between the heavens and the earth. 5. Ubane Bridge, Myanmar, the ancient artery. From the cutting edge of modern design, we travel back in time to the ancient city of Amarapura in Myanmar. Here stands the Ubane Bridge, a structure not of steel or concrete, but of teak wood. Stretching for 3/4 of a mile across the shallow Taungthaman Lake, it is believed to be the oldest and longest teak footbridge in the world. Built around 1850, it is more than just a bridge. It is a living, breathing artery of daily life, a vibrant stage upon which the human drama unfolds. The bridge is supported by over 1,000 wooden pillars, salvaged from a former royal palace. Many of these pillars now stand at odd angles, weathered by a century and a half of sun and monsoon rains. The walkway is made of simple wooden planks, and with each step the entire structure creaks and groans, a chorus of sounds that speaks to its great age and its immense fragility. There are sections with no handrails at all, demanding a focused and careful passage. At sunrise and sunset, the bridge comes alive. Monks in saffron robes, fishermen casting their nets, and villagers going about their daily business create a timeless silhouette against the glowing sky. It feels impossibly delicate, a fragile connection to the past that has somehow survived into the modern era. To walk the Ubane Bridge is to feel the weight of history under your feet, and to be acutely aware that this ancient, creaking pathway could, at any moment, finally succumb to the passage of time. In the lush, tropical landscape of Costa Rica's Pacific coast, there exists a bridge that commands fear and respect from all who must use it. Known locally as the Puente de la Muerte, or the Bridge of Death, the Quepos Bridge is a notorious local route that strikes a primal fear into the hearts of drivers. It is a relic from another era, a one-lane structure made of creaking metal planks, groaning metal planks laid over a skeletal railroad frame. Originally built to transport bananas for the Chiquita Company, it was never intended for the heavy, constant flow of cars, trucks that now rely on it. As a vehicle ventures onto it, the loose metal plates clatter and shift with an alarming noise, each bang, each clang a reminder of the bridge's precarious state. The structure visibly sags and sways, and there is a terrifying sense that the floor could simply give way, dropping vehicles into the river below. Drivers must wait their turn, as the lane is too narrow for 2 cars to pass. This forced pause gives one ample time to contemplate the crossing, to observe the rusted metal and the missing bolts. Every groan of the straining steel and every shudder of the deck reminds drivers exactly why it earned its infamous nickname. It's a nerve-wracking, essential piece of local infrastructure, a daily gamble taken by a community with no other choice. Really. 3. Canopy Walk, Ghana, a passage through the treetops. We venture deep into the heart of West Africa, to the protected rainforest of Kakum National Park in Ghana. Here, a unique and unnerving experience awaits: the Canopy Walk. This is not a bridge that crosses a chasm or a river, but one that navigates the upper reaches of the forest itself. A series of 7 suspension bridges hangs between giant silk cotton trees, creating a walkway that stretches for over 1,000 feet, suspended more than 130 feet above the forest floor. The walkway is narrow, made of simple wooden planks, and enclosed by netting that offers a sense of security, yet does little to quell the feeling of exposure. With each footfall, and with the movement of every other person on the bridge, the entire structure sways and bounces with a disconcerting rhythm. It feels alive, a slender thread woven through the vibrant, buzzing world of the rainforest canopy, monkeys, birds. The purpose of the bridge is to offer an immersive, educational experience, a perspective on the forest ecosystem that is impossible to gain from the ground. But this immersion comes with a constant, unnerving sense of instability. High above the hidden dangers of the rainforest floor, this 1,000-foot suspension walkway sways with the gentle breeze and the movement of its visitors, transforming a simple walk into a memorable but deeply unsettling passage through the treetops. 2. Eshima Ohashi Bridge, Japan, the roller coaster road. Our penultimate bridge takes us to Japan, a country renowned for its precision engineering and innovative design. Matsue Sakai Minato, famous not for its subtlety, but for its startling and dramatic appearance. When viewed from a certain angle, it appears less like a bridge and more like a roller coaster, a terrifyingly steep ramp ascending to the sky. This optical illusion has made it an internet sensation and a source of anxiety for many drivers. The bridge was designed with such a steep incline to allow large fishing ships to pass underneath. From the approach, the road seems to rise at an impossible angle, a concrete wall that cars must somehow climb. The gradient reaches 6.1% on one side, which, while not as extreme as it appears in telephoto images, is still a significant and unnerving climb. Drivers ascend towards the peak, their view of the road ahead disappearing, replaced only by the sky. A driver's tense face as they approach the crest. The descent is equally dramatic, a long, steep drop that requires careful braking and a steady hand on the wheel. The bridge's appearance plays a powerful trick on the mind, creating a sense of dread and anticipation that the reality of the drive, while manageable, can't entirely dispel. This concrete bridge, with its roller coaster-like incline, presents an impossible-looking challenge, forcing drivers to climb and descend with precision, defying their own fearful first impressions. 1. Hanging Bridge of Trift, Switzerland, the slender cable. We conclude our journey back in the Alps, in Switzerland, at a bridge that represents the purest form of a suspension crossing, the Trift Bridge. Spanning a valley carved by the retreating Trift Glacier, this is one of the longest and highest pedestrian-only suspension bridges in the Alps. To reach it requires a cable car ride and a strenuous 90-minute hike, a pilgrimage that only adds to the sense of drama and isolation. The reward is a structure of breathtaking simplicity and terrifying exposure. The bridge hangs suspended over a 560-foot drop, a slender steel cable path that stretches for 560 feet across the void. Below, the turquoise meltwater of a glacial lake churns, a vivid and constant reminder of the height. As you step onto the walkway, it immediately begins to sway, a gentle rhythmic motion that can quickly amplify with the wind or the movement of other people. The floor is a metal grate, allowing you to see directly through to the abyss, connecting you intimately with the vast emptiness below. There is nothing here but the essentials: the thin path, the 2 handrail cables, and the wire mesh on the sides. It is an exercise in minimalism and trust. You place your faith in the strength of a few slender cables and the precision of Swiss engineering. To cross the Trift Bridge is to feel truly suspended, a tiny human figure in a colossal landscape, where one slender cable and one brave step are all that separate you from the void. It is, for many, the ultimate test of courage. The courage to connect. From the icy spires of the Alps to the humid jungles of Ghana, we have journeyed across structures that do more than simply span a gap. They are a reflection of our own complex relationship with the natural world, a relationship of dominion, of adaptation, and of profound respect. The rickety planks of the Hussaini, the delicate teak of Ubain, the soaring concrete of Siduhe, each tells a story of a community's needs, an engineer's dream, or a traveler's courage. They are born of necessity and shaped by the very forces they seek to overcome. These bridges connect us, not just to the other side, but to a deeper understanding of ourselves. They force us to confront our fears, to place our trust in the unseen principles of physics and the craftsmanship of strangers. In their sway and creak, in their dizzying heights and fragile forms, we find a measure of our own resilience. They are a reminder that progress often requires a leap of faith, a step out over the abyss, trusting that the path will hold. As we look back on these 10 remarkable, terrifying crossings, we see the enduring human spirit at work. Bridges connect us, but these ones test our courage, our balance, and our trust in the delicate balance between human engineering and the powerful forces of our planet. They stand as monuments to our audacity, our ingenuity, and our unshakable will to move forward, no matter the obstacle and no matter the fear.